Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Coming to you straight from outside in Eastern North Carolina. I am trying to do the outside streams when I can because it's about to get really cold, and I know it's already really cold. I know it's really cold where a lot of you guys are, so grab some slippers, grab a blanket, some hot drink, whatever you want, and come hang out because we have a lot to talk about. And honestly, I'm just going to be upfront with y'all before I even look at chat or say anything. Today's updates are say anything to you guys individually. Today's updates are they're not good. I mean, you Sarah Bellum, I had seen, during the intro, had said it got worse, this case, and let me tell you, it got worse. The updates tonight are horrific. And I'll be honest with you guys, several of the people I know in my real life, friends that I've made off the platform that also do true crime and come here, that I talk to off the platform rather, have cried tears today. So a warning to you guys who are sensitive, it's a tough one. It's super tough. So we're going to go through the updates from court today, and then we're going to keep listening to the interview. And let me tell you, last night at the end of this live, I'm telling you what, so I'm outside again, and I was outside last night. Okay. And a lot of the live, I'm sitting like this, looking at my computer screen, kind of hunched over, right? My blood pressure was so high and I was so stressed out after the live. I literally just leaned back like this, like fully stretched my legs out straight and just like sat there and took deep breaths for like a good minute. It was so maddening listening to Courtney, and I have a feeling it's going to be worse today after these updates. So I'm going to try real hard to keep my cool, and you guys don't have to keep your cool because you're in the chat. So we're going to get right into it. Let me say hello to you guys, but first let me say welcome and thank you for rejoining, Samantha Joe, and good to see you. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Samantha. I've been watching the updates on and off all day, and this is horrific. I did cry once or twice, right? I know, and I'm serious. Like, that's not exaggerating. Today, I was making a post, and it was like something like, these updates are horrific and just like shocking. And a lot of times I hear those words when I think of like the news and true crime coverage, and I'm like, oh God, like when someone puts that in their title, I roll my eyes almost instantly because I'm like, oh, trying to make it like so salacious and just crazy. And then I'm like, but this is not exaggerating at all. Like, that is the truth. It's just the truth. It is truly just one of the worst. Like, okay, here's the thing. Not only is motherhood and having a baby like something that's so sacred about us as humans, but family. I don't know. Let's get into the updates and then we'll talk. Everyone in her life betrayed her. Hey, Pointer Lover, absolutely. Well, I want to know more about Kimberly and Rich. So I'm kind of waiting to see more about that. I know that they had court today as well. Everyone had court today. Theirs was continued. So we'll see. I mean, it looked like a probable cause hearing was going to happen today. I do have that. Thanks to Carrie, who sent me so much. I'm so thankful. Oh, also, we're posting updates, and other, like me and the viewers, you guys, my friends, are posting updates in the new Discord I created. So Samantha Joe, you just joined. The Discord is for Patreon members and channel members. The link is over on Patreon when you join, or you can email me if you're a member and I'll send you the link. This Discord is true crime only. There is no personal stuff, no drama. It's nothing like that. This is strictly for cases. There will later on be like an expansion for like maybe a shopping room with coupons and sales and stuff. But I really want to keep it away from the drama and about what's important. And, as awful as this case is, it's like got me back into, like, it sparked my passion again to talk about these things and follow and be involved in this stuff. This is important. This shit matters. It matters a hell of a lot more than some of the things that I watched, spend time watching, So, yeah. So I hope you guys will join. Like I said, we're posting updates in there all the time, me and friends of mine in there. And, yeah. So, hey, Wolfie. Hey, girl, Nana. Thank you for being a member. 24 months. Hello. Hey, Roxanne. Hey to everybody I missed. I'm pretty sure I saw Carrie and Tess and a bunch of you guys. So instead of spending any more time doing individual hellos, hey, Frilly Farmhouse, good to see you. Let's get right into it. We'll be talking along the way, and we have the rest of the interview. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to finish Rebecca's mom's interview. I think it's more important now than ever after the updates from today. I also have another video of her at the end of her driveway, a two-part, and we're going to watch that too, and then we'll move forward to everybody else. Oh, Pointer Lover, thank you. Hey, Luna, you are one of the best humans I know. Oh, thank you. You are one of the best humans I know. And I'm serious. I'm not just saying that. You truly are. And thank you. Thanks, Wolfie. Amy is back. Okay. So here we go. We're going to start with this article from the local news. We got a couple clips and a couple screenshots. Actually, no, we're going to start with this screenshot. So, well, let's go over here and I can read it to you guys. I'll read off the charges and then I'm going to read this article. That's really all that's in the screenshot. So it's in the Discord though. Rebecca Park. It says Rebecca Park. So Courtney Bartholomew, biological mother of Rebecca Park, is charged with the following. So remember, her arraignment was today and we got to learn the charges. Count 1, commit offense of homicide murder in first degree premeditated. Count 2, alleged committed the offense of homicide felony murder punishable for to life and DNA taken upon arrest. Count 3, alleged committed offense of torture. Count 4, alleged committed offense of conspiracy to get torture. Count 5, alleged committed offense of assault of a pregnant individual or potentially causing miscarriage, stillbirth, punishable to life. Count 6, committed offense of conspiracy to commit assault from an individual intentionally causing miscarriage or stillbirth. Count 7, alleged committed the offense of unlawful imprisonment. Count 8, look at how many charges. Committed offense of dead bodies removing without medical examiner permission, also held without bond. Then we have, shoot, where's the other one? Hold on. Brad Bartholomew, Biomom's hubby. They are all the same charges, but then it says fourth offender under his charges. If you see here, does that mean he's the fourth one with this case? So the other two are involved or what? Because that confused me. Somebody tell me, because that's really what it looks like. And I'm confused. You guys, I had a busy day too. Like I really haven't looked at this as much as I would usually. I had to drive like 50 miles away to take my son for a haircut and a bunch of other stuff I'm not going to get into. But just know that, you know, I'm really just digesting this. Even though I've already looked at this stuff, I haven't really even, like, I don't know, it's not even sinking, you know? Let's see. I would go into the bathroom door. Hey, dog defender. What led to this? I know, that poor girl. I'm a little confused by one of your guys' comments here. Vinny kinda out. But okay. He's a repeat offender. Well, that's just not how it looked at all on the fiance's charges, right? It was worded just totally different. Maybe I'm crazy. Okay, so let's get into this article. Vinny can send me an email. I wouldn't have blocked him, but it's okay. I mean, honestly, this needs to be respectful. The chat needs to keep it together. This is, I'm not going to tolerate anything less, so that's okay. All right, so mother and stepfather charged with murder and causing a stillbirth in Rebecca Park case. The mother and stepfather of a Wexford County woman who vanished after being last seen on November 3rd have been charged with murder. Now, some of these things we're going to hear the prosecutor say, the judge say, but I'm going to read it anyways, and then we'll get to those videos. Bradley Bartholomew, 47, was charged with 8 counts, including murder and intentionally assaulting in order to cause a stillbirth. Courtney Bartholomew, 40, was also charged with murder, among other counts. This is a quote from the prosecutor. This is a case of premeditated torture and murder. These two individuals created a plan, conducted research. Mr. Bartholomew brought Rebecca to their house, forced her into another vehicle, and took her into the woods where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut her baby out, ultimately caused her death and the death of the baby. This is frankly evil personified, she said. Now, let me tell you what, I don't think I knew this was a possibility, but it's so hard to imagine, but this is her biological mother, and whether she raised her or not, I mean, she preyed on her daughter to what, steal her baby? You know, these IVF treatments and all the stuff we heard about yesterday. Oh, God, I just can't wait to get back to listening to her. My God. Ugh. It's just absolutely unbelievable. Both are facing the following charges, which I just read, so I won't reread. The judge did deny bond in the cases, and both remain in custody. Preliminary exams were set for December 16th at 2 p.m. I really look forward to that. The charges come nearly a month after the disappearance of Courtney Bartholomew's biological daughter, Rebecca Park, who was last seen November 3rd. She was pregnant at the time, and just, so you guys we can kind of keep the dates in our minds. She's last seen November 3rd, reported missing November 4th. Her due date was November the 15th. No, I'm sorry, November the 18th. And she was found the 25th. So her due date was just 2 weeks after she went missing. Okay, just about to the day. We know that a friend said she thought she was in labor, and then her mom came to get her immediately. Couldn't let her go into labor and have the baby. I mean, my God. And yeah, that's when she's last seen. And then mom has all these stories, right? The black car, the $2,000, got sister, who knows how much involved. I mean, remember what I played you guys yesterday? She said, and we might listen to it in the next, we won't tonight, but we will listen to it in the future. She said, Courtney told me if I said anything, me and my daughter would go down for this. It's just unbelievable. The timeline is just like so. 2 weeks before her due date, right when she thinks she's going into labor, and then she's found and the baby's nowhere to be seen. Just terrible. In the recently plowed parking lot on 84th District Court in Cadillac, friends and strangers gathered and greeted one another. Justice for Rebecca Park, and say her name, Rebecca K. Park. Justice for Becca and Baby Park. Read messages written on one SUV. Now, there were a lot of people here. They were turning people away. There were so many. More than 50 members of the public filed the courtroom gallery, with several forced to stand along the walls. I hope they get buried under the jail, said Caleb, 29, of Cadillac, who said he dated Park 2 years ago. After the relationship ended, Hudson and Park began dating and later became engaged to 43-year-old Rich Fowler. In addition to the Bartholomews, 2 other people with close relationships have been arrested since the investigation began. Kimberly, her little sister, a year younger, arrested just a few hours after, and her fiance arrested just almost immediately after. Now, this says it's unclear if the charges are related. We did see in another article, claims that she had said that about the seizure and pulling her away. Two family members hit Rebecca in the head with something. She had a seizure and they took her away, drug her away. I don't know if that's true. We have to wait and see. I don't believe anything 100%. And I always try to remind you guys, and I know if you've been here with me, you know this. We can't believe anything 100% until it comes out in the courtroom. Okay. Whether it comes out from police reports, which you still can't believe that, right? The trial is where you find the facts. Anybody can say anything in a report. I mean, you can believe what officers saw, and you could, you get an idea of what's going on by those reports, but not until the trial or until some of these hearings do we get the facts. So at the time of her disappearance, Rebecca was living with Rich in a mobile home owned by Rich's dad. It's about 20 minutes away from where Courtney lived. While the charges against Rich aren't related to Park, it's clear from a search warrant MLive reviewed that state police suspected his involvement in Park's death or disappearance. The warrant granted state troopers access to search the residence for human remains to include a fetus, any suspected burial sites, and tools that could be used to dispose of human remains. I had that article too. I actually didn't pull it. Let's see if we click this, if we get to it. Suspected burial sites and human remains, what a search warrant revealed in the Rebecca Park case. Let's take a look at this just real quick, and then I'm going to play you the prosecutor and the judge speaking today. Okay, sorry. I had to cough. When police came knocking on the door of the trailer where Rebecca Park had been living before her disappearance, they appeared to know exactly what they were looking for. 5 officers fanned out across a configuration of 2 single-wide conjoined trailers. They searched bedrooms, picked up items off the kitchen table, and left with computers, notebooks, and several knives. They searched the property's 2 outbuildings and asked questions about where the septic tank was located. Oh my God. That just clicked for me. I wonder why. Okay. According to a copy, and I will say, this is a tough read, this article. According to a copy of the search warrant they gave the homeowner that day, police were looking for DNA evidence, including anything with bloodstains. They were also looking for something even more grim, evidence of a grave. Human remains to include a fetus, the search warrant reads, and any suspected burial sites. Rebecca was 38 weeks pregnant. Police have said they continue to search for answers regarding the baby. In the last week, 4 people have been arrested. I'm not going to go through all of this, but let's see. A day after Park's body was found, Fowler's father said officers showed up at his home on 41 and a half Road in Cedar Creek Township, just outside Manton, with a search warrant signed by District Court Judge Corey Wiggins. The elder Fowler said his son and Park had been living there, along with several of the Fowler family's other relatives. The warrant shows investigators were looking for any DNA or trace evidence, hair, fibers, fingerprints, blood stains on shoes or clothing. Police were also searching for electronics like computers, tablets, thumb drives, and surveillance equipment. Notebooks are mentioned too. This does not mean, I just want to tell you guys, this doesn't mean they found all of this. So when they go to do a search warrant, they have to tell the judge what they're looking for. And those documents will be requested and received by the media. And that's what they were looking for. You can get an idea of what the investigation is somewhat looking like by this. But again, doesn't mean they found fingerprints, blood stains, hairs, fibers, any of that. They could and they couldn't. We don't know. Doesn't mean they found evidence of a grave. This is just what they what they wanted to take if they found it. So the search is further to include any written and or electronic documents located on the property with information related to the planning, preparation, execution, and or concealment of any crimes perpetrated on the now deceased Rebecca K. Park, to include any collusion and or false reporting of the events to law enforcement. Part of the warrant reads. That's a big deal. This means they truly believe, because we know this was premeditated. You're going to hear the prosecutor in a second, and what I just read, this was planned. This was researched. They literally did research, okay, on how they were going to do this, and they have found some of that. Now, that's just regarding mom and stepdad, bio mom. I don't even want to call her mom. But this means they were looking for that same evidence at Rebecca's house from Rich. The warrant shows they were also looking for any tools that could have been used to dispose of human remains and any vehicles that may have been used to transport human remains. A list of the items seized during the search, so here is items seized, included various notebooks, a tablet, and knives. An Ozark trail knife tucked into the black sheath was taken off the kitchen table. In Rich's bedroom, police seized a Smith & Wesson HRT knife. And that is it. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what they found. I mean, I think it says something to know that Kimberly and Rich's stuff was continued today until after Courtney went to court. Okay. So to me, that says something. I don't know. Don't want to jump to conclusions, but yeah. So, okay. Call her Courtney. She doesn't deserve the honor of mom. No, she doesn't. Boone Township in Boone, Michigan, 10 miles west of Cadillac. Just checking on you guys in the comments. I think police took a burn barrel. I did hear that. I never saw like video footage of it. I saw some of the dogs and the other stuff. No, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'd be curious to know for certain. Hey, Rando. I'm guessing there will be plea deals, no trial. I don't know. I guess we wait and see. You never know. The sister did go on the news and say, I try not to think about what happened. She sure damn did. All right, so let's go over to these videos because we have a lot to get into. This is all the reading I have to do. Now we're going to watch some footage from today. Then we're going to get into the rest of Courtney's interview with TikTok. Then we're going to watch another interview she did on her property. And we're going to talk probably a lot of shit along the way because they deserve it. And I'm mad. And this is disgusting. And I'm sad. I'm really fucking sad. Excuse my language, but look, this is what you get when you come to this channel. So just so you guys know that are new here, and welcome if you are. But it's not, I just was hoping the baby like would be out there somewhere. And I know that if they had been like adopted illegally or something, it could be, if he had been adopted illegally, it could be really hard to find him. But I don't know. I just had hope. And now it just doesn't, it's not feeling so hopeful. But all right, here we go into record in this. Prosecutor calls murder. Okay, this is part of that quote I read in the article.
I hate to repeat it, but to create a record in this case as well, I think no bond or being held without bond is appropriate. Again, this is a case of premeditated torture and murder. These two individuals created a plan, conducted research. Ms. Bartholomew brought Rebecca to their home. They forced her into another vehicle and took her into the woods where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut her baby out, and ultimately caused her death and the death of the baby. They then left Rebecca in the woods. This is frankly evil personified, and I would ask the court to hold her without bond.
Oh my God. to hold her without bond. Let's hear that again. I'm gonna repeat some of what she says because she speaks really low. I do have a sound booster, but it really messes up the quality of what we're listening to. So,
But to create a record in this case as well, I think no bond or being held without bond is appropriate.
she says no bond or being held without bond is appropriate. She thinks
Again, this is a case of premeditated torture and murder.
this is a case of premeditated torture and murder.
These two individuals created a plan, conducted research. Ms. Bartholomew brought Rebecca to their home. They forced her into another vehicle and took her into the woods.
These two individuals created a plan. They did research. Miss Bartholomew brought Rebecca to their home. They forced her into another vehicle and took her into the woods.
So they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut her baby out, and ultimately caused her death and the death of the baby.
Where they forced her on the ground and stabbed her, or they stabbed her, forced her on the ground and cut her baby out, and ultimately caused the death of her and the death of the baby.
They then left Rebecca in the woods. This is frankly evil personified, and I would
This is frankly evil personified.
ask the court to hold her without
Anybody who commits a crime like this is evil. And it happens more than you would think. I mean, I'm not saying it's out here happening every day, but it's certainly not the first, second, or third I've heard about, right? Of a woman, someone trying to steal a woman's baby. That's why if you're pregnant and you be careful, you guys, for real, meeting people on Facebook for baby clothes and stuff like that. It is dangerous. We learned yesterday, and I have it linked in yesterday's video, the source. Harvard University, homicide is the number one cause of death in pregnant women. So it's evil to do this, period. But this is just so much darker and just so much worse, in my opinion. I don't care, again, if she raised her or not. This woman carried her in her womb for 40 weeks, right? Or approximately, I don't know if she was full term, Rebecca. Carried her in her womb for 40 weeks. Listened to her heartbeat, I'm sure. Felt her move. Felt her kick. And has tried creating a relationship with her, apparently, allegedly, for the last 4 years. How could you do this to anyone, let alone your own child? And I don't know, what a bunch of dumbasses signing on to be part of a plan like this, and I hope every one of them pay for it with their lives. I really. So, all right. I'm curious. I don't think I've looked it up. Michigan doesn't have the death. Do they have the death penalty? And yeah, do they?
Mr. Bartholomew, did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the defender's office either yesterday or today?
Yes.
I have a complaint that alleges that on or about November 3rd, 2025, in Antioch Township and or Boone Township of Wexford County, that is alleged in count number 1 that you committed the offense of homicide, murder in the first degree, premeditated. That is a felony punishable by up to life in prison without parole and DNA to be taken upon arrest. In count number 2, it's alleged that you committed the offense of homicide and felony murder.
So he's reading the charges here.
That is a felony punishable by up to life without parole.
Life without parole.
And DNA to be taken upon arrest. Both of those charges involve.
I literally read that earlier, the punishment. So I don't know. It just hadn't clicked. Let me know if you guys are the same. When I'm researching something like this, it's a lot of information to take in. A lot of it does click immediately. And some of the dates and certain things have really stuck with me. It's funny how all the dates have stuck with me, and the name of her fiance was so hard for me to remember. But there are some things that They just don't click immediately. Like that article, I literally shared it earlier in my new Discord for the channel, which I mentioned earlier, and I'll tell you guys about at the end. It's true crime only Discord. But I put the article in there earlier and read it before I did, and I was like thinking, is this real? Like, oh my God, I can't believe, when I was reading the things they were looking for. But the part about the septic tank didn't hit me until reading it to you guys, and I'm thinking, were they looking for the baby there? I've heard of kids being found in septic tanks.
Rebecca Park. In count number 3, it is alleged that you committed the offense of torture. That is a felony punishable by up to life or any term of years. A consecutive sentence may be imposed under MCL 750.506 if the assault happened in a place of confinement. In count number 4, it is alleged that you committed the offense of conspiracy to commit torture. That is a felony punishable by up to life and or any term of years, and a $10,000 fine, and consecutive sentence may be imposed if it happened in a place of confinement. In count number 5, it's alleged that you committed the offense of assault a pregnant individual intentionally causing.
And we already read through these. I mean, it's really hard to hear. So I'm curious. The prosecutor said they left her there. After they cut the baby out of her, they left her there. Was she moved? Because we heard from police, from law enforcement in the first live I did on this case, and I do have a playlist now with the other 2 lives I've done. We heard from police that the area where she was found had been previously searched. The news pressed and asked him, had that area been searched? And he said, yes, I do believe so. So did they leave her there and later move her? Or did this happen right where she was found? Which it is that forest you named Kindness. I can't remember. The Manistee, which is like right behind her Courtney's house, if I'm not mistaken. I need to look at some maps. But all right, so I think that's good. Let's go over to our interview. So you guys, this is going to just hit very differently. If you were not with me last night, we started.
I was like, well, my number.
I'm going to rewind to the lady's question at least where we leave off. So we started this interview. This is Courtney on live with Steph's case files. I'll be dropping the link through the live chat, and at the end it will be in the description. If you go to yesterday's live, it's in the description. There's several links I included for you guys, articles and a couple other things, and I'll do that after today's live too. But we were listening, and this is before we knew what she was arrested for. You know, and I had said yesterday, but not to be repetitive, but let me just say one more time. When it's the parent or a family member of a missing or murdered person, I think you shouldn't just accuse or judge their reaction to things or how their body language is on the news, right? If they're just a normal grieving loved one. Once they've been charged in connection with their death or disappearance, all bets are off. She's now been charged with, I don't know if it could get any worse, you know, the worst of the worst, what she did to Rebecca. So, you know, I don't think many of us are going to feel pretty nice towards her during this, and that is okay. So here we go. We are going to take off where we left off. I rewound it just a little bit. Someone asked, when did y'all turn the phone into police? So we're going to hear, maybe I should rewind so we hear that question. Okay. Remember, she said, this is where we left off. Courtney had said that her number was blocked from Rebecca's phone, and she knew because it went straight to voicemail and rang for other people, which is just like stupid. That doesn't mean you're necessarily blocked, but okay. So that's where we're leaving off. We're going to get through this. We still got an hour of it. We're going to be here for a while, that's for sure. But we're finishing this tonight, and I want to play these other 2 shorts of her at the end of her driveway. I think that's, you know, it's just something I want to play, which we had seen her at the end of her driveway previously. But okay, here we go.
Now,
your number was blocked on Becca's phone?
yes.
Which, the day that she went missing or the following day?
That next morning, my number was blocked.
So when did y'all turn the phone into police?
Her sister turned it into them. I want to say Wednesday morning. I don't know. You'd have to ask her sister.
Let's back up. Let's back
I'm
up and take
confused.
our time. Hold on. Hold the panel. Let's take our time here.
We heard this.
You said that your number was blocked on her phone the next day.
We heard this. I must have paused just right after. This is where YouTube left off. I'm just going to play it from here because it's very close to where we stopped. Also, let me just say, it is annoying. The mouth doesn't match the audio. That's not here. There's nothing I can do about it. So it just, I think it must be part of bringing it from TikTok over here.
So you're saying that sometime after she left, either she or somebody got her phone
Brandy.
and blocked your contact?
Yes, it went straight to voicemail, and her sister's like, it's just ringing for me. I was like, well, my number's blocked.
And do you have an iPhone?
I do not have an iPhone.
I was just trying to think of how, because I know how iPhones work, but I'm not familiar with Androids. I know on an iPhone, if you're blocked and you try to call somebody, it just rings and rings and rings and rings. But if it goes to voicemail, then it's more than likely a dead phone.
Her phone wasn't dead. Her phone was on when we found it.
Wait, I'm hold on. When did y'all find this phone?
We're going to get to there. Let's take this step by step because we want to stay in a timeline form here. So Courtney, let's take this step by step. So you text and you didn't go to sleep because you were worried. I totally get that. And you text him again at 9:20 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. again. And what did you say in that text message?
Didn't go to sleep because you were worried my ass.
I told him that she had $2,000.
Yes, Vanessa, this is the mother who's been charged with her murder.
The next morning at the text that you sent at 9:20 a.m., you text that she had. Oh, I think she paused herself. We have 320,000 likes and 1.2 thousand people in this room right now. Today's live goal is 20 Corgi Corks. We have 16 of the 20. If you can throw one, it goes to support our platform and what we do here. If you are in the room, please give me a follow.
Thank you so much for gifting. And when I mentioned the Discord earlier, it's for members of the channel and the Patreon. If you are a member and you want to join, it's True Crime Discord, but only for True Crime. But you can send me an email and I'll shoot you over the link.
Because that is free to do. Let's see if we can make 350,000 likes. I don't know if she got a phone call or what. Thank you, Cher. Huh?
She's looking at her text, but
looking at her text. Okay, gotcha. I
want to know when that phone was found. And then she said she called her the following morning, but she had just stated that she didn't call her the initial night because she would have been aggressive towards Courtney. So what would make the difference to call her less than 24 hours later and her not be aggressive than that initial night and her be aggressive? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes. I think the answer to that is her number was blocked the next day.
How could I forget? On last night's first half of the interview, we heard Courtney multiple times basically talk shit about Rebecca and hold herself back from talking more shit. She said that she can't ask her who she's talking to or where she's going or any questions like that because she gets an attitude and she's snappy, or I don't remember, her exact words, but she gets an attitude. I know that was one. And yeah, she just kept talking about her like in a really gross way, especially now that we know everything that's unfolded. And I have a feeling we don't know the half of it.
Right, but
which is a new tidbit. We had not heard this. Go ahead.
But she Yeah.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I was like,
Right. Okay. Oh, Courtney, I'm sure you can hear us, but if you read it off the screen, we can't hear you. You have to be on the live. Like,
oh,
yeah.
at
Yeah. So just
I'm sure y'all
summarize.
can hear the
11:08,
wind
I
if it's
said,
bothering you.
call me back ASAP. And then I was like, Rich, it's Courtney, call me back.
Hmm.
And then I was like, dude, call me. I was
Yeah.
like, your old lady took off with some dude, because I figured it was a dude. Not saying that it was, but just expression words. Took off with some dude in some black car.
Mm-hmm.
Rich texts back at 9:51 a.m. saying, I'll call in a minute.
Now, Rich
And
says,
then
go ahead.
I want to ask a question.
Hold on just a minute. Let her finish.
I was like, I'm coming home. I'm worried about my daughter because I had to go into the doctor.
Okay. And what?
Like, I'm worried. I don't know what to do. I don't want to lose her or the baby.
What? Wait a minute. Should we be writing down these messages and like taking note of them? Let me just play it and remember it's like an hour in, like right at an hour in. Because though even the way she read that, like, are you sure you're reading here? Let's just no, I don't believe you, but okay.
What to do. I don't want to lose her or the baby. And I was like, I know. It's like, she hasn't done this stuff in a long fucking time. I don't know what to do.
Why are you
Like,
making
stay
it-
calm. We will find her. And then he went on for his little pity party about him. And yeah.
Okay. Something that hit my mind immediately that I'm seeing over and over again in the comments is why
Okay, Samantha.
would he be worried about?
So she is talking about the text messages between Courtney and Rich the next morning. What times she called him and texted him. And called her. That's how it started, and that remember the phone being blocked. So then she's reading off messages back and forth with her and Courtney and Rich regarding Rebecca being found.
Her if she, because the reason I'm saying this is because the other day in a panel he said that she does this sometimes. He wasn't really worried that she went to friends' house sometimes and wouldn't for the night, and that she's cheated on him before, so he figured that she was probably with somebody or whatnot. I'm
Way
paraphrasing.
to slander her, right? Oh, she's with somebody. I mean, my God. Ugh, cheating. Neat. Edith. I haven't talked to her in the last couple of days, but I have talked to her since Thanksgiving and she was doing okay. But I haven't seen any posts from her either. I would love to see her live again for sure. And I apologize for like the hellos while we listen, but I don't want to not say hello to you guys. I appreciate you being here. So try to bear with me and not get too annoyed when I do that. Even though we are trying to listen, it's just, we sit here and we have these conversations and they're meaningful and deep. And you guys, like, I don't know, I just don't want to not say hello. So Okay, let's keep a listening.
And don't take me word for word here. But then all of a sudden, according to you and the text messages, he was super worried. Why would he be so worried over somebody who does this from time to time?
I don't know. That's a good question to ask him. Why was he so worried? I mean, if she does this all the time, what is the reason that he's worried? I know that she was dilated to 1. I get that. And there's a chance that she'd go into labor, but she would call if she went into labor, you know?
But isn't that exactly what she did? You freaking hussy. You lying ass hussy. Kelly says, can this evil bee not read? Evil bitch, excuse me, not read? Because she's reading it so slow, like she's making it up as she goes. I agree. And hesitating in between words and stuff is kind of weird. But we do have to remember she's having to look and then read, because she can't read because it mutes her while she's on another screen on TikTok. And then Samantha says, I can go watch your other live too. I'm still trying to wrap my head around everyone involved. So the first live, we get more into each individual character, and I show a couple interviews with all of them on the news and stuff. Yesterday, we talk about her being arrested, waiting for her arraignment, and the first half of this interview. But you don't have to listen to me review it because I linked it. I'm going to drop the link again in just a second as soon as I'm done talking. But it's also linked in yesterday's live and will be in this one at the end. There's a bunch of a bunch of links for you guys to check out in the live from yesterday. Okay. We have to do fair use. So I have to pause.
Asking him why he was so worried would be the question for him. I don't know.
Okay.
It's oddly because he said, I don't want to lose her and the baby. That's a pretty strong statement for somebody that has just, for all intents purposes, gone to a friend's overnight. That's pretty strong wordage. Go ahead, True Crime Nicole.
Okay, so back to my initial question. When did y'all find this phone?
Let's go back to that day. So we're going along the timeline here. So let's go back to that she was explaining the text messages. So now we're at 9:51 a.m.
I'm losing my train.
After 9:51 a.m., that last text from Rich, what happened next? Did you make a phone call? Did you go across the road and look around? I mean, kind of what happened next? I think she's reading another text message. We're going to get to the phone. I'm just trying to figure out what has happened up until the phone.
So you know when she found this phone? Because I mean, I guess it's just a simple question, right?
Well, it's a simple question, but it's an important one. So I'm trying to establish timeline before we get there.
I got you.
I don't know. She's reading something.
At 10:30 is when we found the phone.
10:30.
And
gotcha.
Rich had said, he's like, I hope it's good news that you need to talk to me about.
Mm-hmm. Samantha, that sucks. I don't know. YouTube's wild.
And so explain to me, how did the thought process of needing to go across the road to go look for the phone come up? Is it because you got a hold of Rich and Rich pinged the phone and he said, I could see it down such and such dirt road, and then you and Kimberly went looking for it?
Kimberly sent me the GPS coordinates that Rich had sent her. If you know how to read a GPS, you know how to read coordinates.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband is really good with that because he's a builder, so he knows how to read GPS coordinates because he has to for building houses and his job.
Close to home.
So he read them and he's like, that's across the road. I was like, are you shitting me? He's like, no, Courtney, that's across the road.
What?
I was like, okay, let's go now. So we got in the truck
So wait, does she mean like, because I don't know if they're using like iPhone or what they're using to show coordinates. Like Life 360 shows exactly where you're at, like on a map. But does she mean like he looked at like the longitude and latitude and he's like, I know where that is? Whoa, sorry, you guys. That would be pretty crazy.
He walked the trail as I followed him. As soon as he come to the phone, he picked it up. He handed it to me. There was like moisture on the screen. So I took and I rubbed it on my pants. Probably not a smart idea, but I did, not thinking. Rubbed it on my pants and the phone was still going off. So I shut it off so that nobody could say, well, you were on it. Well, she has a code on her phone. Why would I be on her phone? Anyways, and we took the phone straight to Rich. Rich knew the code to get into that phone. When I handed him the phone, he turned it back on, walked away from my vehicle, was looking at the phone, and he's like, oh, well, it's too dark for me to even look at it. That screen was bright as ever when I shut it off. But he said it was dull and he couldn't see it.
What?
And I'm like, when you get into the phone, I need to know who.
Okay, just a moment, you guys. I'm sorry. I actually don't know. Tess, can you explain to me what you mean? Because I don't want to rewind, but I had a phone call that was important I had to take from that was important. So Neat says she is trying to explain DNA away. Tess said, is the walking path part true? I do know her phone was recovered close to Mom's house, but I'm not sure what exactly she said. And I don't want to make you guys rewind if it wasn't something that we should rewind for, because we got a lot. So let me know if we should, or just tell me. Okay.
The last one it was that she called. Come to find out, he deleted everything from Sunday on. There was no calls. There was no text messages. There was nothing there from Monday. Nothing.
Imagine if they're all involved together, but they're all like doing interviews, like blaming each other. It's just weird. I'm going to speed it up, but I tell you what I am going to do. I am going to make a document with the text messages and timeline from that morning, what Courtney says her and Rich sent back and forth with, as well as this part, like whatever I can put on a timeline in that section. Later, I'll create a bigger timeline. I like to do them, but they are a lot of work, like doing a really detailed timeline. I did one on Stephen Stearns that included, everything, stuff from the news, stuff from his interviews with police, stuff from his arrest affidavit, just everything combined with clickable links and stuff. It's actually on my Patreon. You have to be a member, but not a paying member, just a free member if anybody wants to see it. But so maybe we can do that with this, but starting with this morning's section from Courtney's story here, because this isn't the real timeline too. We got to remember that. This is Courtney's version on this one interview.
Nothing from the text messages from Tuesday when we were looking for the phone. Her sister was texting her. There was none of that. And I could see text messages on the screen. But he deleted all that. Why is he deleting crap?
Did she go missing on Monday?
She went missing Monday night. Tuesday is when we found the phone.
So Rich came over to did you took the phone back to
No. We took the phone to Rich's. Me and my husband took the phone to Rich's house.
All right. Okay. Got it. And
111
so when
again
all of that
here.
was done, and you left, did you leave the phone with Rich, or what happened next?
We left it there with him. He was supposed to get into the phone and get a hold of me and tell me who the last person was that she had text Monday night. He never called me. He never texted me. He never did any of that. He never got a hold of the sister. He never did any of that.
And by now, what time are we at? Around 11 a.m.?
Yeah, because the cops showed up here at like 12:15. And I'm like, well, somebody called the cops. I was like, I don't know who, but somebody did.
Okay.
And I was assuming
I
it was
wanna-
my other daughter.
Hold on. Hold the panel. So that was my question. That's where I was kind of thinking here. When you left the phone with him, and then I was going to ask who called the cops about her missing. Was it Rich? Was it you? Or do you know?
It was her sister.
Kimberly.
Yes.
So the cops arrive, or you heard from them around noon, you said?
It was 12:15 when they pulled up in my yard.
All right. And so that is the beginning of the official missing report for your daughter.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. True Crime Nicole, go ahead.
Okay, so I have a question. Back up just a little bit. So you said that y'all found the phone it was just you and Brad, or was it you, Brad, and Rich at 10 o'clock that morning, right? On Tuesday?
They found the phone and they drove it over to Rich's house.
Okay.
Not Rich's. Yeah, Rich's. Oh, Lord help me.
Okay.
Yes, Rich's.
And whenever you drove the phone over to Rich's house, y'all couldn't see anything. It was still on, but
Well, what she's saying is the phone was on. She didn't know the pin to get into the phone,
right.
but Richard wouldn't open the phone because he says it was too dark for him to see, which makes zero sense to me.
Okay. So when you say that,
it's just stupid. But phones have lights in them. Like,
when did you realize?
wait, I just gotta say, you guys. So I'm outside. It's pretty dang cold. Which has its pros and cons. I can smoke cigarettes, but my hands are freezing, and it's like I have to keep muting because it's making me have the sniffles. But I've brought a heater out here with me, so hopefully it doesn't make too much noise in the background. If it does, please let me know because I totally will turn it off. But yeah,
that there was stuff deleted in the phone.
The cops did. I didn't. When Kimberly got the phone from Rich, she got into the phone, which I probably should have took it to her instead of Rich, but I wasn't thinking. I just wanted to hurry up and find my daughter. But Kimberly got into the phone and she called me and she's like, Mom, everything's deleted. Everything from Sunday on is deleted. I was like, what?
So who told her the pin? Did Rich tell her the pin to get into the phone?
Her sister and her have this thing that if you're going to put a pin on your phone, you need to let the other know just in case. So they both know each other's pins.
Okay. And when did Kimmy get a hold of that phone? Like, what, do you know what time? Like, when did Kimmy first touch that phone?
I don't know. I don't know how it went down.
But whenever you arrived, do you know what time you arrived to Rich's house to first give him that phone? Was Kimmy with you, or was it just you and Brad?
It was just me and Brad.
And what time was that?
I wasn't looking at my watch.
It was supposedly between 10:30 and 11 a.m. Is that ish?
It was
about that, yeah, something like that. I don't know. I just wanted to hurry up and get that phone to him so that we could get into it and try to find out where she went.
Okay, so the only reason why I'm asking is because I have a receipt that I want to show, but I want to ask a few questions before I show this. So then did Kimmy go over to Rich's house at the same time and grab that phone, or how did Kimmy get into her physical, like how did she have Becca's physical phone that morning?
She was not at Rich's when I dropped that phone off. I don't know when she got there, but she said that she was going to get the phone. That's all I know.
Was Kimmy the one who turned the phone into police?
Yes.
Okay, and did Kimmy go with somebody to get that phone? Or did she go alone?
I don't know who. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to show, can I show this real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to show this, and it says 11:07 a.m. This is Tuesday, and this is Kimmy inside of a passenger vehicle with Becca's physical phone.
wait, how does she have
Right
that?
here, 11:07.
Now the heater.
And this is her physical phone in a passenger
going.
seat. So that's why I'm asking these
I
questions.
don't see it.
I don't know. I just know that she sent me what you're showing, but I don't know, which I don't remember, honestly, because I don't remember when she called me. I didn't look at the time when she called me.
What's that, Danny?
I'm just thinking, where is my
I'm
daughter?
trying.
I'm not worried about a time frame or this or that when we're trying to find her.
So there's a couple. So Kimmy wasn't with them when they found the phone. I want to clear that up. She was called during the course of this. She said she was going to go get the phone. She went and got the phone. She unlocked it. She took that picture, and then she took the phone to the police department
a little bit,
where a report was filed. And then the police came to your house at noon, and they started asking questions about what happened. And I'm assuming that you gave them this exact timeline with this exact vehicle description and scene descriptions, correct?
Yes. He asked me if there was any way that she was high out of her mind or if she was using. And I said,
God, really?
maybe, possibly. I don't know.
You
She
gotta
didn't
be
seem like that to
shitting
me.
me.
I said she was just quiet.
Just another way
Because he
to
asked
clean-
me how she was acting and everything. And I was like, she was just quiet when she got in the car and said that Rich wasn't coming. He was sleeping. And then we drove away. I said, but she piped right up after we drove away. So she seemed fine to me.
Steph, there's a few things to just clear up. Whenever you just gave Steph the timeline, you stated that you found this phone and you went directly to Rich's. How far does Rich live away from you? Just right around the corner, right?
About 15, 20 minutes.
Courtney, does Rich have a vehicle?
He does, but the one that him and my daughter were driving was a little pickup truck. I guess it doesn't have brakes, but we were told that he has another vehicle that he's driving now.
Another creator on TikTok, the way I understand it. Another true
The
crime
person
creator?
that you said was giving him rides
I don't
claims
know their name.
that his vehicle swore up right now that he's working on it and would not be able to give Rich a ride. Do you believe that's true?
No, I do not. Michael is also a drug user. Why would he tell the truth? He's not going to.
What about
He's
you?
gonna try
What
to
about you,
lie
lady?
for Rich, and everybody's gonna try to cover Rich. And he's pulled in while we were at Rich's. When I dropped the phone off to Rich, Michael had pulled in. His truck was fine then.
Sorry, my phone went flying.
Can we go back, Steph?
She is Tess.
And can we
A lot of
reiterate
queen?
the timeline of when this phone was located on GPS, who located it, who went and found the phone, and who took it to Rich? Can we reiterate that?
Yes, I'll repeat for you what Courtney said. And Courtney, if I'm wrong, you can correct me to your own testimony to us. The phone, the next morning when you became concerned, the last text message that you got from Rich was around 9:51 a.m. where he said, I will call in a minute. He talked about being worried about her. You asked him,
Terry,
Rich,
I'm gonna give
to
you a
ping the
wrench.
phone,
Let me just
and he
No.
did.
I was looking for you and waiting for you to come back in. I'm going to give you a wrench. One, because I trust you and appreciate you, but also because if you want to drop any links or anything, I know that in the Discord, the true crime one that I mentioned today, she's dropped so many awesome links all day, and pictures and screenshots and stuff like that. And I really appreciated it because I wasn't home half the time, so yeah, if that's okay.
No.
Okay.
Kimberly asked him to ping the phone.
Kim pinged
Either
the
she
phone.
asked him or he pinged the phone himself.
So,
I don't know how that went.
okay. So either Kim or him pinged the phone.
Yes.
And when the phone was pinged, you looked at Brad and said, that's right across the road. And he said, no way. And you said, yeah, really,
No,
it
you
is.
said Brad did that.
No. I had to wait for Brad to get here. And I
he
showed
looked
him
at
the
it.
GPS coordinates, and it was like a map thing that they sent me. And Brad's like, that's right across the road. I was like, no. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go.
All right. So Brad comes, you talk about this, and let's
It
go.
was a
So
map.
he walks and you follow behind him in the truck. He sees the phone laying upside down. He picks it up, and he brings it over to you. There's some moist on the screen that you wipe off. You can't get in the phone, so because you don't know the PIN number. So you and Brad take the phone over to Rich's house.
Okay, so let's take a second since they're kind of recapping what she's already told them. She did, I caught it when she said, okay, so you showed Brad and said that's right across the street regarding the GPS coordinates. That wasn't what she said. I'm curious if they were trying to catch her up a little bit or what. But so just a quick break for a second. Tracy, what were the charges, anyone? I just came in. Well, for anybody else who might be just coming in or didn't hear the beginning, they were horrific. They were. I'll read them to you. Let me tell you here. And these are both for Courtney and Bradley. They have the same charges. They are both facing the following: 1 count of first-degree murder, 1 count of felony murder, 1 count of torture, 1 count of conspiracy to commit torture, 1 count of assault on a pregnant individual intentionally causing miscarriage or stillbirth, 1 count of conspiracy to commit assault on a pregnant individual and intentionally causing miscarriage or stillbirth, 1 count of unlawful imprisonment, and 1 count of illegally moving a dead body. And at the end of Bradley's, it said fourth offender. And we're like, what does that mean? Does it mean he's a repeat offender? But if that's the case, why wasn't he charged with like that repeat offender charge like Rich? And I don't know. Or does this mean he's the 4th person involved? And Kimberly and Rich are also involved there. I don't know. I'm really curious. Actually, let me go ahead and pull that up so I can show you what I mean. Just 1 second. So those are the charges. Yeah. And here is what I mean where it says 4th offender. Kind of odd. So 4th offender held without bond. But Rich actually has a charge, a repeat offender charge. So I don't know. 4th offender, would they use 4th? Do they count it out? 9th offender? I don't think so, you guys. Just doesn't seem right to me. I could be wrong, but doesn't seem right to me. Okay. I have questions. Now we're finishing Courtney's interview.
Looks at the phone and he says it's too dark for me to open up the phone and see anything on it. Yeah, it was during the daytime, and you claimed that the screen was bright as day.
Yep.
So you and
sorry,
Brad leave the phone with him, and you're on your way back. You speak to Kimberly, who says, I'm going to get the phone.
The phone that had moisture on it, and we wiped it. Are you trying to explain why you cleaned off the phone? Carrie says, I'm wondering if Kimberly and Rich's case were continued while they wait for forensics from the house and body to come back. That's certainly possible. I kind of wonder, is it because they were, they were being arraigned this afternoon? it seems like they're being pretty methodical and very careful with how they're releasing information, when they're releasing it. You know what I mean? Even think back to that first press conference. Hell, they would barely tell anything. I have to get a drink. Okay, let's listen. I'll be right back.
Kimberly goes over and gets the phone, looks in it, advises you that you had been blocked. Not that she didn't look on the blocked list, but your calls wasn't going through, and that everything on her phone from Monday had been deleted. Am I correct so far?
She didn't say if my number had been blocked. She didn't go that far. She just looked to see who the last person was that she called or she texted, or we were just trying to find clues.
All right.
She didn't look that far. Oh, hell to the no. If I'm okay, number one, police should have gotten the phone, but we've seen other family members do investigations. Think Gonsalves family in the Idaho 4 case. They literally got the camera footage themselves of the food truck that night and lots of other information, many other things before police, and they released it. It's not uncommon, but if I'm a family member looking for clues, trying to do my own investigation, you better believe that I'm looking at everything. And if I even think for a second that I might have been blocked, oh, I'm looking. Like, why would you not? That doesn't make any sense to me. No, she just looked to see who the last call and the last message was. Oh, and looking for clues. Don't you think if you were blocked, that's a clue or that's a pretty big thing? I don't know, man. Nothing you say adds up. It's like, I can tell she's pretty seasoned when it comes to lying and manipulating. You know, this is not her first rodeo. She's still not great at it. I mean, it still doesn't make sense. I can see how she might get away with a lot of stuff in regular life, sort of like Letitia Stout, because sometimes people that are like this, that just lie, people will, and they're like this. I don't even know how to put it into words. People will give them their way and will make them feel like they're like either really good at lying, really good at manipulating. Like they feel powerful, but they don't understand. People just give them their way. They don't actually win arguments. They don't actually win debates. They don't come out on top in these situations from being like victorious. It's because nobody wants to deal with them. They don't want to fight with them. They don't want to deal with it. They just want to go on. So they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Oh, okay, if you're going to tell me that, I'll act like I believe it just to say okay and move on with my life. Like, truly. It's just in this situation, I don't know. Nothing sounds right.
You speak, and then she takes the phone to police where they get the phone and a missing persons report is filed, and then they are back at your home by noon the next morning asking questions about her disappearance.
It was noon on Tuesday is when the cops had came to my house.
Yes, the next day. Yes. All right. Does that the timeline clear that up? You have any questions for in between, True Crime, Nicole?
Yeah, the timeline makes sense, but the timeline also doesn't make sense. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, good.
I want to ask a question. Why?
Sorry.
I feel like it's confusing to me that why would y'all bring the phone to Rich when y'all were already in contact with him via message or call earlier that morning, and I would have just called him and been like, hey, what's her passcode? Or, hey, if you're not going to give it to me, you know what? I'm just going to bring it to the police rather than, I feel like there's a lot of chain of custody where this device is going to. So in my opinion, I don't think, and this is just my opinion, I want you to know this, I don't feel like putting the blame on deletion of things inside the phone is right to put it on Rich. And I'm not being biased. I'm just being truthful when there's a lot of chain of custody going on with this phone.
Yeah.
Rich
After,
was the only one that would have deleted anything out of that phone. Her sister's not going to.
Really?
but do you know that for a fact?
She said when she got the phone and she got into the phone that everything from Sunday night was gone.
Sister's not going to delete anything. She's a really, upstanding, honest person. I can tell by the freaking charge of lying to police. Whatever. And I like I like both of these ladies doing the interview. Samantha says, I don't know if this is bad or not, but those are the kind of people I like to debate with because I feel like I'm the only person to ever call them out and they get so mad. But you know what? They need called out sometimes. So, hey, Rainbow Baby, PBJ, it is awful. My God. It's like the more you know, the worse it gets. And that's just the flat out truth.
There was no messages on there from Monday, no messages on Tuesday
Yeah,
when she was trying to
interesting.
text the phone, none of that.
Right. And there was also somebody that went with her. Have you asked her who brought her to Rich's house to go pick up that phone? Because Kimmy was in the passenger seat.
Probably her boyfriend, Matt.
Matthew Mars. Is it Mars? Or no, that's Michael. I don't know who Matt is.
I'm not going to say Matt's
No,
last name.
you don't have to. No, you're fine. You're fine.
But my daughter don't want to be around Rich because he keeps asking her for sexual favors when she's alone. So she's not going over there by herself alone.
What? Oh my God Almighty! That one about took me out. It never. Just when you think you can't be any more shocked, surprised, disgusted, there we go. So Kimberly, I'm sorry, my heater's doing a popping sound and it got my attention. I don't know what's going on. Kimberly won't talk to Rich because he keeps asking for sexual favors. She has slandered the fuck out of everybody. Kimberly, Rebecca, Rich, every damn body. Like she's not on a damn TikTok live on fucking social media during the middle of her daughter's open case or her biological daughter. Whatever. Excuse me? What? Hey, guilty of crime. I don't know. I meant to say hi a second ago. I don't think I did. I think I said it in my head, but if I said it out loud, hello again. There are so many family members involved, and most are RSOs and mathematicians. Dude, after what came out today, the charges and the prosecutor said this was planned. They did research. She said they did research. And Courtney lured Rebecca over to her house and then forced her into another vehicle, took her out in the woods, made her lay on the ground and, took her baby from her womb to a person who had literally been in her womb. It's just unbelievable. When you hear of this stuff happening, like I remember there's a case when I first started like YouTube, and it was a young woman named Heidi Broussard, and Heidi had just had a baby, and she went missing not long after, right? And a lot of people thought it was her fiance. This is one of the lessons that taught me not to just accuse people without evidence from the law, from police, because her fiance seemed just so guilty. His body language, the words he was using, and the whole internet was like, he did it. Look, he's acting just like Chris Watts. Well, come to find out, it was her best friend. And her best friend had done it and had her body in her car at her house and had her baby inside, pretending it was her baby. Her best friend, who was literally there when the baby was born, when Heidi gave birth. She was in the room during the actual birth. And I thought that was just too close. Like, how could you do that? But this is this takes that to the next level. If you have not heard of that case, you guys, you should look it up, especially while we're researching this one. It's quite interesting. And again, it's a great lesson on, even if somebody appears guilty, even if things don't add up, even if their body language is off, even if their words are off, even if their story is off, the timeline is off, I don't care until police say they're a suspect. Like, we just don't know. Sometimes you'd be surprised, and it's pretty crazy. So yeah, I thought that one was too close for comfort, but this is just next level. Okay, we got 30 more minutes. We're going to be here for a minute. Let's keep listening, and so we can hear the other video I want to show you guys after.
No, I wouldn't either. Rich seems like a nasty person. I just have to say he's nasty.
He is. He's very nasty. He's very rude to women. He thinks women are nothing but a sex toy. That is it.
So, leading from that, do you truly, I mean, I know that you don't know what has happened here, but does Rebecca have family out of state that she could depend on to go to get away from?
Let's see if she tries to guide it towards that. I'm curious, or does she try to throw shade on somebody and accuse them? But guilty of crime, yes. Heidi was in her best friend's trunk. This was in got hair in my mouth, sorry. This was in Texas. Can't remember the town. I want to say like Houston, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say because I don't remember exactly. But she was in the trunk the whole time in her car, in her driveway, and she's inside playing make-believe mommy to her baby. It's unbelievable. Yeah, and she waited for her to give birth. It was a little bit later, like, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks after she gave birth, but yeah. And then she told her friends that she had a home birth. Is that what Courtney was going to do? Was she going to be like, I had a baby at home, and because we were hearing about the IVF, and she says I wanted to have another baby. Oh, Nicole B, thank you. Austin, Texas. She wanted to have another baby because her 14-year-old wanted a little baby sibling. And, was she going to just try to pull this off as if that was her baby, even though her daughter was missing and then found with the baby missing? Like, what? I'm trying to understand, like, this was planned and researched. So what was the plan?
And have this baby in complete silence and not contact any of you?
She's got a friend. We do have family that is sorry, my daughter's trying to call me. But she does have family that is out of state on my side and her adoptive parents' side. She has friends that are out of state. So we really don't know at all.
I have a question.
The people that are out of state, are they the kind of people that would keep her in hiding, secrets close to them? They would not let anybody know, at the very least, that she is safe. She is an adult after all. So she wouldn't have to come back if she didn't want to. But I guess where I'm going with this, and I hate to say this and be so blunt about it, Courtney, but I feel like she's not with us anymore.
I don't want to think of that. And please, I do not want to think about that. And I really don't want to hear it. I'm trying to keep my faith up that my daughter's okay. And if she had my grandson, he's okay. Or if she's still pregnant, she's doing okay. She's got food, so that he's eaten. And I don't want to think the worst. I do not. But the people that are out of state, like Angie that was up on the panel, she wouldn't say a word. She'd keep it quiet.
Oh, of course. Like trying to make it possible. Oh, she disappeared with this $2,000. And with this strange vehicle, tinted windows, couldn't tell who it was. She doesn't have her cards, but why would she need them? She's got all that money. Yeah, Rainbow, her biological mother was given interviews before her arrest. That's what we're listening to. Also, her sister and fiance did. So.
Her friend that we know, he has hid her before for weeks on ends
Who's her friend?
and not told anybody, not even her. His name is Josh.
Oh
I don't
my
know his last name
God.
or any of that.
You are
Her best
just
friend Josh.
such a
Is that the one that sent the Snapchat of her talking to him at 3 a.m?
this is straight up fucking
Josh, your best friend
I don't
Josh.
know.
this is evil.
He's calling her.
You plan to murder your daughter, steal her baby, raise it as your own or whatever the hell, and then you throw shade on every fucking body else, the fiance, even her sister, her friends, name them on TikTok. Give all their dirty secrets on TikTok Live.
His best friend, but I know that his name
I
is
just-
Josh, and that's the only Josh I can
cannot.
remember.
Can I ask a question?
Baby,
Sure.
Founders before.
So, okay, I want to back up again. I'm sorry, but whenever I asked you, when I asked you who realized that stuff was deleted on the phone, you had told me the police did. And then we talked about it again, and you said Kimmy did. So which one is it?
Kimberly realized that stuff was gone, but she didn't go all the way through the phone. She just looked real quick and took the phone to the police department. And she told me, Mom, things have been deleted. Like there's nothing from Monday.
Did
So
she
she
look?
was like,
Wasn't the police.
So all of the text messages that she would. So what we have to remember is she went missing the night before. So overnight, there shouldn't be. Although she did at 3 o'clock in the morning the day before, but I'm sure maybe she couldn't sleep. So not normally, in a normal circumstance, would you expect an activity overnight on a phone? So that would be okay. But the morning of, is she the kind of person that would be that text or calls in the morning? Maybe she says, good morning, how's your day? Anything like that on a normal basis that did not happen the next day.
she calls or she'll text and say, are you coming to get me today? What time are you going to be here?
Even with, oh my God, I'm about to kick the damn screen. If it wasn't my own damn computer, I would. When she's repeating what Rebecca said, she even says it in a tone of voice that is hateful. It's like, do you despise her or something? What is your issue, lady? Which, she's got serious issues. And Tess mentions a case in the chat, which I've heard of this one. This is why I mentioned like buying baby clothes and stuff online. Another case that was similar in Colorado, Michelle Wilkins, she answered a Craigslist ad for baby clothes. The lady was faking pregnancy and stole the baby. I've heard of like 2 that are like that. Now, was she the one that made friends with her and stuff and then she did it? Or was she the one, that did it immediately, like upon meeting that first time? Because one of them became like best friends with her. And then one did it like, if I'm not mistaken.
She calls or she'll text and say,
Listen,
are you coming to get me today? What time are you going to be here?
are you coming to get me today?
so-
What time are you going to be here? Like you can't hide it, can you? Unbelievable. She cannot hide her hate and like disdain for her daughter, biological daughter, because she ain't no damn mother, didn't raise her. And you know what? That doesn't mean you're no mother. It's that combined with what she's done. Because in my opinion, some of the best, strongest mothers do put their babies up for adoption if they're really young or maybe sick or maybe they're, who knows? There's reasons that people have, and it's a very hard decision that's made out of love. I don't think that she doesn't seem like that type. She doesn't seem to have that kind of strength at all. Like not at all. So you, a birthing vessel, there you go. You ain't shit.
Oh,
At this point, I'm telling you ain't shit, bitch. Like I just,
could be that those messages weren't deleted, but that those messages were never sent. In other words, she wasn't near her phone to send them. I'm trying to build timeline again, because this more than likely tells me that the phone was discarded overnight. You see where I'm going with that?
Hey, Bushy.
The text messages from her and her sister at 6 p.m. and the call from her and her sister at 6 p.m. were gone on Monday. Before I got there to get her sister,
Oh,
they were gone.
all right.
Y'all, I just want y'all to say, if y'all aren't following Steph, make sure y'all follow her. This is probably the calmest platform I've been on in panel with at least family. Make sure y'all give
You
her a
are a
follow.
badass for that.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
That's okay. You're good. You're good. Thank you. We have 383,000 likes, and I know
I
that
don't
we
need
can reach
sentence with
400,000 likes.
finish, but
Keep
regardless,
tapping because tapping
you
is
know,
clapping. One question in the comments is from Alexi. She says, Courtney, would you be willing to do a
you
lie
did it
detector
to give
test
them a better
to
life
prove
or for
that
their
you're
own
telling the truth
good
about the
for
car?
one reason or another?
I cannot take a lie
It wasn't
detector
me.
test because I have tachycardia.
Okay.
Oh.
Could
What? Oh my God. Of course not. Oh my God.
400,000 likes.
I
Keep
gotta replay
tapping
it.
because tapping is clapping. One question in the comments is from Alexi. She says, Courtney, would you be willing to do a lie detector
Oh shoot. My headphone fell out.
test to prove that you're telling the truth about the car?
I cannot take a lie detector test because I have tachycardia.
Okay.
Sorry. What? Because you have tachycardia. Huh. Isn't that just an extra rhythm at the heart? Is that like you have an extra nerve on your heart, or it does a different, slightly different beat or something like that? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I had a feeling when I saw those folks go into her property to search for Rebecca and she yelled at them and said she wasn't there. Well, this other video I have, I don't think it's from the same time because I think she's wearing something different. But it's definitely stuff I didn't hear on the first one. LOL, she doesn't have a fast heartbeat. Okay. So it's not like a major health issue. You can, it's just would make it hard to do a lie detector test because they go off of your heartbeat and some other things. That's okay. We don't believe her anyway. Police didn't need a lie detector to tell she's full of shit. Yeah, it's like an arrhythmia. Okay. Very high resting heart rate. Yeah, speculation from math, but with the E, Sarah. Look at, oh gosh, I meant to pause it there, but her face, the person who's asking the questions, she just like licked her lips and was like, okay, biting my, like, she like put her lips together in a position that, I don't know, you could just see it all over her face. She was like, okay, of course.
Can Kimmy take a lie detector test about the things that she has experienced so far?
Yes.
Do you think that Rich would take a lie detector test?
Throw your daughter right under the bus, baby. That ain't nothing new for you, is it? It's hard because I don't even want to refer to them as her daughters. With Kimmy, I don't know because I don't know if she's just like, if they're all, we got to wait and see. Like, I got to know more about her charges. We definitely know that different stories were happening and they were throwing shade at each other and all the things, but were they working together? Like, I don't know until we know more. But regardless, just the way you talk shit about her shows me you ain't shit.
Jaylyn, I've made like $30. Stop. And I've put in 55,000 hours. It's not as glamorous as you think. I'm not going to get off the live and put on my glorious mink fur coat from covering this case. Okay. The whole point of this is to help find Rebecca. It's not like y'all think. And listen, you want to yell at me for having a platform, but you're on here watching it. So what are you doing?
Yeah, talk your wish.
Okay.
Hey, Lisa.
So, Okay, I do want to ask a question, and I'm just going to back up on this question. So from the very initial night that she went missing, you said a few things in regards to how Becca would have reacted if you would have contacted her, right? I kind of have two questions
yeah.
in regards to
Okay.
this, but I'm going to ask the initial question. Did you and Becca have issues as to why she would react this way if you called her, even though you were helping her out with
Thank you. Good
money as
question.
well as a laundry detergent? Would calling her,
You up.
I'm sorry.
Me and Becca have always had a rocky relationship, okay? And I've tried to help her out when she was pregnant with Nikki. And I was trying to hold on just a second. Sorry, my kids are home. Demon.
We have 412,000 likes.
Okay.
Holy cow. I remember it is free to do. I'll reset the goal.
But anyway, I give her advice when she was pregnant with Nick. And she was always like, "You're always up in my business, Mom. You don't understand what I'm going through." Okay, well, I had 3 babies taken from me. I think I understand, you know? And I tried to tell her that. And after that, it was, "You're always in my business, Mom."
Taken from me. Remember, there was speculation because she had said something about foster parent. You guys were kind of speculating. Well, there we go. I've had 3 kids taken from me. That's why they were adopted. Okay.
I didn't want that.
Why didn't you try to get them back? Didn't want to go through all the red tape and jump through their hoops or what? Because I know for me, if it was me, I would do anything and everything. And I know somebody who lost their child and did get them back. They had mental health issues though, so it wasn't necessarily the same, but somewhat. And like straight up delusional mental health issues, like very extreme, somewhat like schizophrenia. And they lost their child and they were in foster care for a little bit. And I remember they had to do like drug testing randomly for so many months, and meetings and parenting classes, and visits on a certain schedule, and they had to be there at this visiting center because I gave them a ride a few times. And it was a lot that they had to do, but they did it. So what happened with you?
And I want to ask one more question.
Whoa, hold up.
Oh.
This was just handed to me. Bentley, did this come from?
It came straight from Ansley.
Is this you talking to her?
Yes.
Okay, so my son was talking to you.
Oh no, that's her 14-year-old. I remember because his name. I'm pretty sure, right? Because we heard yesterday she named him, and I'm pretty sure that was her 14-year-old.
A friend of mine's daughter. And my son was like, "I got tons of BS to deal with because of my sister being missing." The other person was like, "Yeah, I saw Richie text me and said he needed love and affection because I left him on red, but that's not good news." Even her kid too, though.
Wow.
My son was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, she never gave birth to him yet. She's due today, though. So Rich is asking other females, he needs love and affection.
Yes, this is true. I have another receipt of this, of him talking to his niece, Paige, in regards to needing some type of
the internet as soon as you hear it.
Yeah, Rich had messaged her in regards to him
Actually,
needing.
let me back you up on that. Rich and Paige have had sexual encounters before.
Okay. I don't think he's a good guy at all. And I tend to think that we're gonna, my gut tells me that because of the timing of his arrest and stuff, we're gonna find out that he played a part in all of this. I just don't like the way she's so willing to put out all her daughter's business right on the internet. This is something I've thought a lot about, especially having different platforms and stuff like that. And being on Facebook when I was younger and sharing a lot of things that, I probably shouldn't have. A lot of dumb shit I said when I was young. I had the same Facebook since I was like 18. Since I started one. I've only had that one, like as a main Facebook. I've got a true crime thing that I use. But anyway, I thought a lot about this. You're not supposed to put all your business out on the internet. You're not supposed to, put every thought that comes into your mind out into the world. The internet is forever. And you need to think very carefully about what you put out. I see this a lot with YouTubers and stuff, right? Like certain things they'll say about their personal life. And then they'll get mad when people are talking about it, or, naming and saying all these details and having things said in their lives and then getting mad when it's talked about. Doesn't mean it's okay that it happens, but this is the internet. The internet does what the internet does. Like they, protect your business. And I know most of you guys know this, but I just want to protect you guys. Protect your personal business. Ain't nothing wrong with being on social media and, sharing certain things, but the most intimate parts of you protect. And good God, you would think that you would protect your kids' business like this, especially when they're missing. It's an open case, active investigation, unless you don't give a fuck about the investigation, I guess. But protect your business.
Oh, that's not his niece.
Can we? Yeah, I know it was like an honorable uncle situation.
Okay, so hold on a second. Let me know when you're on your way here so I can be outside.
Yes, Carrie, same.
I just wonder when you think you will be around. And my daughter was.
Just want to read that since I responded to it, because I don't like to do that for people listening and not watching. Carrie said, looking back at my statuses when I was in my 20s makes me cringe. Same. That's exactly what I mean. It's like, girl, what was you doing?
It's like, we're trying. Okay, if you can't, it's fine. Then he deleted a message.
This time last year.
So when are you going to let me jerk off and come on your sexy fit?
Okay. Wait, hold on.
Sorry.
Everybody stop the screen.
Sorry.
When did he send this? Today?
When was that? October 22nd at 9:20.
He sent that October 22nd.
Back on the 22nd at 5 a.m. he sent me, let me, and if we can, I'll jerk off and come on something for you. Let's see.
Has he sent you anything since your sister's been gone?
I think since Becca's.
Oh my God. No. He would not feel comfortable saying that shit to you. Come on. Get real.
Yes. Has he asked you for sexual favors or any of that?
Courtney, is this Kimmy?
Yes.
He has not sent me anything since she has disappeared.
What?
But at his house the other night, when I went to go get Becca's phone, he asked me if I wanted to go back into the bedroom with him and fuck him.
Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Yeah,
Here,
that's crazy. But I do want to ask a question in regards to her statement just now. You said that back the other night when you went to go get her phone. I thought it was the morning time when you got her phone.
No, I got her phone at hold on. I went over to Rich's about 10 o'clock that night.
Huh?
I went to Rich's about 10 o'clock that night to go get my sister's phone to take it to the sheriff's department.
You mean 10 o'clock the next morning or that night?
Ooh, and do you hear how was that Courtney who said, huh? I guess, it is a good thing they can't keep their fucking mouth shut and we're on so many interviews, because they sure did talk a lot. Yeah, now she's thinking up another lie. Who sent it? Rich sent that message supposedly, allegedly to Kimmy. If he did, or Kimberly, I don't know why I keep calling her that. If he did, there's a reason he was comfortable to say that, because I can guarantee you one thing. People don't feel comfortable just sending that shit to me. especially like my sisters or like my cousin who was like my sister. We were raised like sisters. Her husband, oh, hell to the fuck no. No. Just absolutely no. Let's hear this again. Good God Almighty.
No, I got her phone up bedroom with him and fuck him.
Since your sister's been gone.
I think since Becca's been missing.
Yes.
Is
Has
this
he asked
Kimmy?
you for sexual favors
Kimberly,
or any of that?
Nicole?
Courtney, is this Kimmy?
Yes.
Oh, they call her
He has
Kimmy
not
too.
sent me anything
Okay.
since she has disappeared. But at his house the other night, when I went to go get Becca's phone, he asked me if I wanted to go back into the bedroom with him and fuck him.
Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Yeah,
Here, I'll give Kimmy the phone.
that's crazy, but I do want to ask a
That
question
lady
in
said,
regards
wait a
to
minute,
her
wait.
statement just now.
I heard that
You
too,
said that
immediately.
back the other night when you went to go get her phone. I thought it was the morning time
Questioning
when you got her
myself.
phone.
No, I got her
Nicole.
phone at like, hold on. It was, I went over to Rich's about 10 o'clock that night
Hey, kindness.
Huh?
Not in this, right? And
to go get my, I went to Rich's about 10 o'clock that night to go get my sister's phone to take it to the sheriff's department.
You mean 10
But-
o'clock the next morning or that night?
The
the
Monday?
hesitation.
I went to Rich's about 10 o'clock that night to go. It was,
Back the other night when you went to go get her phone. I thought it was the morning time when you got her phone.
no, I got her phone at like, hold on. It was, I went over to Rich's about 10 o'clock that night
Huh?
to go get my, I went to Rich's about 10 o'clock that night to go get my sister's phone to take it to the sheriff's department.
You mean 10
But-
o'clock the next morning or that night?
The Monday night or Tuesday? Whoa, hold on.
Tuesday night.
So Courtney said the morning.
I took Becky's phone
I
the
took the
morning.
phone over in the morning on Tuesday.
So y'all waited 12 hours to go get the phone and bring it to the police? Because you said noon is when they put out the missing person report whenever the phone was brought to them.
Ooh.
Rich lied to me and told me that that was a phone that had data on it that Becca had that was found on the trail, and it was not the phone that she had. I got the phone I took the phone to the
Of
sheriff's
course, they
department
know in the background.
that Becca was.
Put out the missing person
Yeah.
report whenever the phone was brought to them.
Rich lied to me and told me that that was a phone that had data on it that Becca had that was found on
She
the
said no. Listen to that again. Like, I'm not going to rewind it again, but did y'all hear it?
trail, and it was not the
I'm probably
phone
driving y'all nuts rewinding it.
that she had. I got the phone I took the phone to the sheriff's department
Sarah.
at like 10 o'clock the next
Tuesday
morning
night.
too.
Tuesday night. 10 o'clock Tuesday night, you take the phone to the police.
Yes.
So when did the missing person night you take the phone to the police?
Yes.
So
Courtney goes, "Ugh." Oh my God. Can you imagine the facial expressions they're doing at that moment? Oh my God. They're probably like, doing the face with the like, I can't even clenching their jaw. Just, I can imagine I could show you right now, but I'm holding my heater, so I can't, but I can just picture it.
when did the missing
Oh
persons
my God.
report get
Yes,
filed
Nicole.
with the
She
police
said it.
department?
Noon, because I'm the one that called it in.
So you called it in at noon and they came over to your mom's house before they got the phone.
Yes.
Yes.
So Rich had in his possession
Gracious.
her phone for the entire day of Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay.
And like I've said before, anything on that phone from Monday was completely deleted. There was nothing on that phone since Sunday, and I have my own
Why
text
has your
messages,
tone changed
my
so
own
much?
cell phone calls
Wait
that
a
showed
minute.
that I talked to my sister on Monday.
You sound a little nervous, Kimberly. What's wrong? What changed? It wasn't you guys getting called out and caught in a fucking lie. that don't make any sense, was it? And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to write down these text messages and the timeline that Courtney gave in this. I cannot wait. And by the time we talk about it again, before we're going to listen to the other interviews, I don't know if we'll do it tomorrow or if there's any updates with Anna Kepner, I may talk about that. But we're going to listen. And when we do, I will have that done. I will have a timeline written in black and white of what exactly she said, what was on the phone, all what her and Rich said to each other, not what was on the phone, what they said to each other surrounding that and her little timeline. And
Phone from Monday was completely deleted.
this shit played.
There was nothing on that phone since Sunday, and I have my own text messages, my own cell phone calls that showed that I talked to my sister on Monday. And those were not on my sister's phone.
In your opinion, why do you think, what would be the reasoning for them deleting those things for Monday?
Because Rich or Rebecca are both trying to hide something.
In your opinion, what would that be? What would they try to hide?
Affairs. Rich goes through and deletes texts from his baby mama Ashley because they've been hooking up behind my sister's back. Rich goes through and deletes messages from me and him because he knows I'm going to turn around and show my sister those messages of him trying to fuck me.
Oh.
Becky does the same thing when she hooks up with these other guys.
So by the time that you went over there, you got the phone in your possession and it's 10 o'clock at night. When you open the phone, those things are gone. So you're saying that, alleging that during the day that he had the phone, he opened the phone and deleted the things that he wanted to delete.
Pretty much.
Ouch.
With all of the chaos of his pregnant wife missing, who is due, he's worried about information of possible affairs.
You want one of these? Do you want to figure out?
You want one?
I'm sorry, what was it?
So in information of possible affairs.
You want one of these? Do you want to figure out?
I'm sorry, what was it?
What did she say there?
So in all of the chaos of his wife missing, who is pregnant, like this is a huge emergency, he's worried about what people will think of the messages that he has sent from her. I'm just trying to understand why things on her phone would be deleted. Are you saying that he didn't want people to have any information of any kind of affairs that she would be allegedly having on Monday specifically and Monday only?
If he's the one that deleted stuff, that would definitely be true. But I don't know if it was my sister or not.
We don't technically know.
If I would have gotten the phone Monday night, it would have gone straight to the sheriff's department that night.
During the day, Kimberly, during the time after Courtney dropped the phone off and during the time before the time you went to get the phone,
Okay, that's
did
what
you
I
have
heard
any
too.
conversation with Rich about what may have happened to Rebecca, or did he seem concerned at all?
He didn't seem concerned with anything. He texted me that morning. Don't know exactly what time. I'll have to look it up. But asked me if I heard from my sister, if I knew where she was at. Keep in mind, I'm still at work at this point. And like I told him, I don't know.
Who was that?
But asked me if I heard from my sister, if I knew where she was at. Keep in mind, I'm still at work at this point. And like I told him, I don't know.
It picked up somebody snorting something. Look at the damn closed captioning. And when I rewind and you listen, you can hear it. Now, it could have just been a sniffle. I will say, like, even out here right now, it's making me sniffly because it's so cold. But I don't know. It didn't sound like a sniffle. Watch the closed captioning and listen closely. And I agree. I thought that's what it said, a cigarette, but then I questioned myself. And Hakuna Matata, thank you so much for joining. And if you want to be a part of the new Discord I just created last night, it's true crime only. I don't want you guys sharing like personal information and stuff just because I don't want to be responsible if I just don't want anything like that in there, just to protect you guys and to protect us all, honestly. And but I think that it'd be a great place for us to talk about cases. And yeah, so if you want to join, then send me an email and I'll give you the link. Listen, the tapping noise. Yes. Nicole, people that don't know. But if you do know, even, even if it's been a long time, you can recognize it. You can recognize it. You can hear it. Let's listen closely, okay?
Don't know exactly what time I had.
You want one of these? She said. First, remember that. And then she said a cigarette, which, okay, are you covering for yourself? But let's listen.
Rich, about what may have happened to Rebecca, or did he seem concerned at all?
He didn't seem concerned with anything. He texted me that morning. Don't know exactly what time. I'll have to look it up. But asked me if I heard from my sister, if I knew where she was at. Keep in mind, I'm still at work at this point. And like I told him, I don't know.
And you had a good relationship with your sister, and you know in your heart of hearts that she would not this long, even if she ran from Rick. And you had a good relationship with your sister, and you know in your heart of hearts that she would not this long, even if she ran from Rich, not contact you or your mother or anybody in your family.
She would not.
No, her and the whole her abandoning her phone, that ain't her. Like, it was like 5 or 6 years ago now. She was dating this guy, Travis Bearns Jr. Know who he is. My family's associated with him for quite a long time. And he ended up beating the hell out of her.
Interesting.
She came to my doorstep crying and asked me to crash the night. If she could crash the night. I told her, yeah, go ahead. The next morning, I've got cops banging on my door asking me where my sister is. And I told them she's here, she's safe, nobody needs to know she's here. Her phone is sitting right there on the counter. She is in bed. You guys can literally go ask her. But I'm just asking that you guys don't tell Travis that she's here. The only thing that I want told is that she's okay and she's safe. She spent probably 2 weeks, give or take, at my house in my fully furnished basement, hiding out from Travis. Because it got to the point he was showing up at my door. I gave my sister my own bedroom so she could just calm down and relax. But the thing that's got me pretty pissed off right now is there's people going around on Facebook, TikTok, even Snapchat, targeting my daughter. My daughter's going to be 12 months in December.
They're targeting your brother now too.
And I don't know what my daughter or my adoptive parents have anything to do with this.
Is it possible?
Lily,
Because you couldn't see what's on Rich's phone. I'm just throwing out
Richard always
do what?
A couple months ago, there's a fight going on between them. Oh, he's cheating. Oh, she's cheating. So I told him, I'll give me both your phones. I'm going to go through them, and I'll tell you guys the truth on who's cheating, who's not. They ended up, Rich would not give me his phone. My sister gave me her phone in privacy, and I told Rich straight out that she was not cheating on him. I had talked over my sister with all the things that were a little bit concerning that I found on her phone. You know, we had that heart-to-heart sister conversation, but she was not cheating on him then. And I asked Rich straight out for his phone because I wanted to end this week-long argument. And Rich was incompliant with it.
I want to say this, but I want to say it's just a theory. Okay, but I have to keep going back. So you're saying that Rich don't have a car, or the car that he has is broke down, and then didn't you say he was driving a different car now?
He's driving a different.
He's driving a different car now. He had an S10 that has, it's completely broke. He broke the drive belt on it, or one of the belts on it. But it's sitting over at Scott Bozak's house, broken.
The night Rebecca disappeared, would he have access to a vehicle? Maybe she called him to come pick her up, and maybe a fight ensued on the way home type of situation. So I guess that's why I'm asking vehicle access.
He would have had access to his dad's car, Michael's truck, anybody, Ashley's van. It could have been anybody that he had called.
And he's got a friend of friends.
I see you, Jayla.
He's saying he knows what she was wearing when she walked out of the house, but yet what he's describing is not what she was wearing. So how can a sleeping man know what his fiance is wearing? That makes no sense to me.
Who are the Scotts?
We're just about through, you guys. I wonder
Oh,
how
Scott Bozak
we
is a known druggie.
got 7
Oh,
minutes.
Scott.
His
Somebody's
house
saying
is
is look at the Scotts. They're saying look at the Scott. I'm just reading the comments.
Scott Bozak is currently in Wexford County Correctional Facility.
Wexford County Jail.
Correctional Facility, same difference.
Is Rich's father coherent? In other words, if the police ask him, was your son here all night, would he be able to say yes?
No, he wouldn't be able to say that because he was sleeping. Everybody in the house was sleeping.
Besides Tim.
Besides who?
How do you
Timmy?
know?
My
Who's
cousin
supposed
Tim.
to know if he was sleeping all night? You don't
Besides
know if
Rich's
he woke
house,
up to
my
piss?
family that
How the
the
hell
Thaylors
do
and the
you
Harts have
know?
in relation.
God, you're dumb. Don't
So
even
your
ask
cousin
that.
was at Rich's that night?
Yeah, he got kicked out of his own house.
How the fuck?
Okay.
So would Rich's dad know if he was there all night? No. He was sleeping. Bitch, how the fuck do you know? What if he gets up in the middle of the night? I get up, I sleep every night. But I also am up a lot. I'm probably up every 1 to 2 hours. I just don't sleep very good. And I wake up to pee like 50,000 times a night. Okay. What if he does that? You don't damn know. Or if you do, how do you know? Like, what
Did
do
not
you
know that,
mean?
but okay.
What did she say?
And he's 62. A lot of older people don't sleep through the night as
Yeah,
they
repeat that.
get older.
Kimberly, repeat it.
My cousin Tim,
4 years.
he's been staying at Richie's house because his own parents kicked him out. And he was awake when Rebecca would have left.
Okay.
He doesn't go to bed till 11 o'clock. He's a complete gamer.
Okay, you know everything, right? It's just anything and everything to try to prove your point. If it goes against your point, then yeah, you're just so fucking transparent. All right, so Kimberly says, are you saying all these paranoid ass tweakers don't have cameras at their house? I don't believe that. Kimberly, they do, but apparently they weren't working or facing the right direction or working and facing the right direction. I don't know. I'm a little confused.
Would he have been out where
Yeah,
he would have
What
seen
was
her
that?
he sleeps in a chair.
Okay.
He doesn't go to bed till 11 o'clock. He's a complete gamer.
leave? Would he have been out where
Yeah,
he would have seen her leave?
he sleeps in a
Wow,
chair
that
by their
sounds like
bedroom door.
something I've heard.
By Rebecca and Rich's door?
Yeah.
That's a little.
Do y'all hear that? You can literally hear like a card or something scraping the table, which oftentimes it's what people will use to make lines out of something, and then you hear a sniff. I'm not joking. Listen.
Would he have been out where
Yeah,
he would have seen her leave?
he sleeps in a chair by their bedroom door.
By Rebecca and Rich's door?
Yeah.
That's a little sus. And that's a little weird.
So he hears
Oh
every
my
single
God.
conversation that ever goes inside that bedroom.
Okay, they didn't
That's a
have
little
SD
creepy.
card. They were working, but
We
not
have
recording,
522,000 likes and 1.3 thousand souls
Oh God,
in
I'm
this
so
room
tired of hearing
right now.
that.
If you're in here
I
and you
like this lady, but I don't like hearing that over and over and over. It is a TikTok live, so the thing is that you can't rewind. So I get why people can be repetitive, but
know that I have a podcast, you can listen to me wherever major podcasts are heard.
I was talking to my daughter. She said that she had to go to the bathroom, and I told her to better hurry up.
Okay. You can go to secfpodcast.com. Go ahead, Courtney.
Oh, I was talking to my daughter. She said that she had to go to the bathroom, and I told her to better hurry up.
Okay. Well,
Yes,
True Crime
girl,
Nicole
it
looks like
sounded
she
like
is
it at
serious in conversation. So I'm not sure what's going on over there or while the camera's on, but it looks very serious. I'm sitting here looking at these facial expressions. I'm trying not to laugh, but I have no idea what's going on over there or while the camera.
That she had to go to the bathroom, and I told her to better hurry up.
Okay. Well, True Crime Nicole looks like she is serious in conversation. So I'm not sure what's going on over there or while the camera's on, but it looks very serious.
I don't think so, Pussycat. But
I'm sitting here looking at
I
these
don't
facial
know.
expressions. I'm trying not to laugh, but I have no idea what's going on.
Paid for it.
But I guess we've been on live now for over 3 hours. So I guess
You know what? That's actually a good question because I'm pretty surprised that they agreed to do it, and especially for this long. But if they were paid for it, that would be a reason. I'm not saying they were, and I'm not accusing. I am curious. I wonder if she said
We'll take a
anywhere
break,
one way or the
okay?
other.
Courtney and Kimberly, I want to thank you guys so very
Oh,
much
wait,
for
hold on.
coming on the platform and
This is just part 1. I forgot. There's a part 2.
being honest with us and going over the timeline with us so that we can try to help you put in these
Forgot.
puzzle pieces to try to find Rebecca. I'm going to be live again at 10:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. If you feel like coming by, if you have an update or have anything you want to say, you're welcome to use the platform to get that out there. Totally up to you. But we're going to keep talking about this until we know a little bit more. Maybe police will have a presser. I feel like they need to, even though they don't have much information to give, at least assure the public that they are looking. Because for all intents and purposes, the public
I heard more of the second one than the first one. That's the one I found first. If I'm not mistaken, she's not out there immediately, and they kind of let me not speak before, but I think we have to see it. I'll screen it tonight again, like, and make sure of when she's on and stuff like that. But how do we go on and just watch the other ones and not watch all of the ones that she did? She actually, I think, did one even after she was found. If I'm not mistaken, she was literally joined the panel when she was found, and she was crying. And no, I'm not mistaken, because I heard it, and I might have played it on the first night. I can't remember. I don't think so. But she's like, oh, they found my baby.
probably feels like there is a killer on the loose. And so I'm sure everybody is up in arms in that town.
Yes, Amber.
True crime, Nicole.
We're not
thank you
going to say that.
Oh, shit.
Well, I
guess
would
we aren't
be.
over
I mean,
to
nobody-
Rich and
I'd be
Kimberly
scared
yet.
to hell death. Huh?
We haven't heard any of that, so nobody has anything to be scared of or any of that right now. I'm sure
Well,
if that is the case, then the police
I
will
would.
alert the community.
How do you know? Because y'all ain't planning on doing this to anybody else. Don't worry. Nobody has anything to be scared of right now. Okay, so
Nobody has anything to be scared of or any of that right now.
she did.
I'm
we
sure
haven't
if
heard of
that
any
is
of
the
that,
case,
but-
then the police
I
will
would.
alert the
What?
community.
I hope they're okay, but I'd be thrown down scared to death. Just speaking from personal experience, I'd say there is a killer on the loose, and yins better
Yeah,
get 'em.
Amber.
That's
What
what
the
I'd say.
hell?
But the next time, listen, I'm going to message you, Courtney, my cell phone number in case you need to get a hold of me for anything. And if you have anything, of course, you can say, hey, say this because this is wrong, or please straighten this out or whatnot. And I'll be here with you. Okay. I'm seeing a bunch of people telling me to call. I can't. I'm taking a break. I got to go eat some lunch. Okay. Send me a message. All right. You guys are doing it every single day. I go live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until noon. I also go live on Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be filming News Nation, a show with News Nation in regards to the Katie Ferguson case on Thursday. That starts at noon. So there might be a time in between there. Well, I might have to go early. I might have to shut it off about 11:30 or something on Thursday. Okay. But that should be the only early day. She must be on the phone with somebody important. We'll find information out from her. I think she might go live after this. You'll have to talk to her about that, okay? And if anybody else is going live, I'll just come hang out on your panel while I'm eating my sandwich and taking a breather. If we need to go live again, we surely will. That's what we're here for. With any breaking news, we'll bring it to you. All right, make sure you follow me, folks. 1.2 thousand people in this room. Hit the follow button. Just hit it. It's free. Just go. Just do it right now. Everybody in the room, go.
I like
Follow.
her.
Followed. All right. Follow me on every social media platform.
Okay, I don't want to hear that again, though, about her podcast and all the things, but I do like her. All right, so here we go. Now we're going to go to this. This is from the 24th.
Tamara, you hear that? She said, why the fuck didn't you do that before? She'll be out there looking. Why didn't you ask for that help before?
What time? They're meeting. Listen, they're meeting at 10 a.m. at Ellen's Corners. 10 a.m. at Ellen's Corners.
Side by side divided.
Be quiet. Shut up. Let me talk.
Keep her talking.
Let me talk. Stop screaming. There's no need to scream.
Thank you, Nicole. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for sharing that. I should have shared it again.
Listen, they're meeting at Ellen's Corners. There's a large search party at Ellen's Corners at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. They will have
Listen
side
to
by
her
sides.
details on
They
this
will
search.
have four-wheelers.
From Ellen's, honey. It's right here behind my house, I'm sure.
Oh, you're saying
It's right here behind my house, I'm sure. Does she mean that's where the search party's going to meet, or that's where they should meet? Because now I'm hearing it a bit differently than earlier. But we know we know Rebecca was found behind her house.
Saying she's behind the house.
No, like go down this road and then you go down.
She's talking about there's a search party meeting tomorrow there.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to make them come here.
Okay, so
Where Rebecca
We need the
is.
search here is
We
what
need
you're
to make
saying.
them
We
come
need the
here,
search
she
here is
said.
what you're saying.
Rebecca is.
Follow me in my truck, and we go.
okay.
And we'll meet and get in my truck and we go.
So they're gonna meet there at 10 and they'll come over here. So they'll be ready at 11.
All right. Now, can you guys give my grandmother a break? Please?
I'm not
Let her
leaving.
go to bed.
I called off tomorrow. I'm not leaving.
I'm not calling it off.
I called off work tomorrow. I'm not leaving, Courtney.
Tell her nobody is letting.
Because Kimberly was asking about him. Is there any other reason?
So if your sister got her a bus ticket, how do we get a hold of her to find out where she's
Not
at?
her sister, they're confused.
How do we
Her sister or your sister?
Not like her.
Kimberly.
We got her sister.
Her.
So if they got a bus ticket, there's a record of there's a record of that.
Kimberly got her a bus ticket at that point, which I'd heard that.
Kimberly, Josh, Bailey, was
The trail marker that she had posted was 7235, and that trail marker comes off from a forestry road that's off from N55 West out by Cabaret.
And it's would be considered behind their place.
Oh my God, is that not insane? That's where she was found. Okay, I don't know what she posted. She posted something that showed a trail marker. If anybody has seen that, please let me know where to find it. But it's like she's saying they need to go search behind the house, which is where she was found.
If Becca's gone onto a bus,
What the
why are we concerned with the trails? Ask her.
So if Becca got on a bus, why are we concerned with the trails? Becca got on a bus, why are we concerned with the trails?
Something about something for my child. My goodness, you guys. Holy shit. We've been here for almost 2.5 hours. So we're going to come back maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it'll be Thursday. We'll be here tomorrow. But if there's updates with Anna Kepner, I really do want to keep on both of these cases, every update. This is pretty unbelievable. So Coffee, there at one point they said Kimberly got her a bus ticket. But she also said they needed to search in behind the house. So it's pretty confusing. I don't know. Hold on, you guys. I got to plug this heater back in. I'm freezing. But I do want to talk to y'all for a minute before we go. I just got to decompress. Okay. So yeah, we will come back. We're going to finish this. We're going through all the interviews. Hell, we are making this, it's either going to end in a plea deal or a trial. And we're going to I'm going to follow every single step of the way, every bit of information. We are going to talk about it, and we're going to thoroughly go through the interviews. Now, look, this is something some people don't understand. I've had a lot of people kind of, I don't want to say talk shit, but kind of talk shit about doing cases over and over like Letitia. Well, here's the thing. When I follow a case, I want every detail, and I want a thorough review of every detail on my channel for people to have the complete picture. I don't think it's right to not do it. Letitia's case just happened to get a lot of attention, but even this case, not having anywhere near that kind of attention, at least on YouTube. I'm following every detail. It's not about the popularity or like the views or it's about you need a complete picture. And here's the thing. Never will I come on here and not go through information. With Letitia, people are like, well, you just keep, you've done so many lives about her and so many calls. And it's like, we got the case file and her jail record, which together was 4,000 pages of records. You better believe I wanted to go through every bit of it. Now, not every page was like worth talking about because some of it was repetitive stuff. Some of it was just like pages and pages of charts that were in her file and stuff. But everything that was worth talking about, we did. And that's what we're going to do here. So if you're interested in doing that, stick around. That's the plan. Yes, Tess. And Amber, I know you know what I mean because you're the same way. Like, you want to go through the details, the discovery, like the actual information. And it's important to do it. Like I said, I think it's better to have a complete picture. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to go through her other interview. We're going to go through Rich's interview and Kimberly's too. I don't know the order of how we'll do it, but if you have any ideas, let me know. I'll be sticking a lot of things like in the Patreon and any documents I do when the timeline's done, I'll upload it, or not in the Patreon, in the Discord, but I will upload documents to the Patreon because you can upload stuff there where people can download the files really easily. And I always put anything on a case, like I put on the free tier, any documents we request, any timelines, anything like that. I just think that it's important to get the information out, and it would be stupid to not do that. So you do have to join, but just like with an email. So yeah, I'll get together that little timeline I want to do, and we'll be back in the next day or two to go over the rest. Now I got to go inside and sit there and think about this until I fall asleep. No, but seriously, can we call her something else? What do you want to call her? I hate Letitia. I can't get enough of that case. I know, Nicole, me too. I can't stand her. And also, like, Gannon just, there was something about him that, for different reasons, like, really, just like, I don't know, it stole my heart in a way. Like, he was same age as one of my boys. What happened to him was so terrible, and he was so precious. I've said this before, but he was literally saving stuff to give his kids. Like, this was a thought of his. He had a little box of stuff. Like, how many kids are that freaking thoughtful? He's just a good boy. So for that reason, because Letitia's awful, because the case is insane, and like everything you learn, the more you learn, it's like this one. The more you learn, the more you sit here and go, what the fuck? I did not expect that. I couldn't see that. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, he was special. Oh, your sister. Anything but Kimberly. Yes, we can. I'll think on that one. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to talk about Anna Kepner. But before we go, have you guys seen that teacher or the football coach? I think he was a football coach. He was a coach. Travis Turner, I think it was. Like, he was about to be arrested for sex crimes for, I think he had CSAM and was trying to lure a person online. And, he took off into the woods with a gun, and he's on the run. Like, they're looking for him. So, yeah, hiding or running or whatever. Pretty crazy. I wanted to talk about that because, he's in Virginia. He's not too far from me, but he's more on in the mountains, and I'm on the coast. But like, I mean, it takes me 75 miles to get to Virginia Beach. So 80 maybe at the most. It's like right around that far. Really close. But again, like the mountains are further, but yeah, it just interests me. I can't even call it a pet peeve, but one of the things that infuriates me the most is the people that get charged with sex crimes and like messing with our kids. that are fucking trusted people, teachers, coaches, preachers, counselors, doctors, you know, and it's all the fucking time. It actually seems like creeps and perverts get jobs that are working with kids. Hell, Stephen Stern's working at fucking Disney. My God. Anyway, also, I got something fun to tell you guys. So the other day, me and my friend Melissa did a live on my second channel. It was like a drama topic. So to be fair and warn you guys, it was not true crime at all. My second channel is for all things that are not true crime, like whether it's drama in this little community and surrounding communities. Like I like the LCU stuff. I like celebrity drama. I like shopping. I like eating. I like, you know, all kinds of stuff that I want to talk about. But we did a live over there and it's gotten me like over halfway close, like halfway there to monetizing that channel. So I'm probably going to do a live over there in the daytime this week. Because I want to monetize that channel. I think it'd be awesome. And it'll probably have a totally different audience. But if it doesn't, I don't think I'll do memberships. Like I don't want to have memberships on both places. And I have a Patreon too. But then I thought, then I can't do emojis and that freaking sucks. So if, and this is a huge if, because I would like to have emojis, but if I ever did, they would be like $1 or less. Like if you can do less, they'd be very affordable and cheap because I just don't want to do that to you guys. I never expect you to, I never expect you to be a member here and on Patreon. Like I usually say I would do the Patreon because you might get gifted memberships here, but you know, whatever. I don't even expect you to be a member anywhere, by the way. Just being here is awesome and super cool, and I appreciate it. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's it. After going through all this stuff for a couple hours like this, my brain is like scrambled. Which links me to, oh, okay, real talk. I'm really excited, Tess. I am, because like it'd be awesome to be able to post videos like on other topics I'm interested in and then be monetized. It would just be super helpful to me. Like, and I haven't been live as much as I used to be, and things have just changed in my life. I have an extra kid in my home, and it's been a while now that it's been that way, but I've had to adjust some things to be able to, we've had to adjust, and it just be nice and really helpful. Also, I thought about like me and my dad have wanted to start an eBay store forever, and Kimberly's vintage mystery box inspired me so much to go like hunting for little vintage treasures and stuff. And I thought like maybe I'll start an eBay page and do like anything cool I find that I don't want, or stuff like, I don't know. I have an idea. I have some ideas that I want to do, like little store doing stuff like that. Like also I thought about doing like an online, almost like yard sale on there. Like I have so much stuff that's never even been opened, never even been worn. So I don't know. I got lots of things in the works, but I don't even know why I'm saying all this. Again, my brain is scrambled. I just better go before I ramble on about a bunch of other shit. If you guys though would be interested in that and I do it, I'll definitely give you the link. But Kimberly, oh my gosh, I don't know your store. Kimberly, will you please share with us your store name and your contact info, because I don't have the card with me out here and I really want to share that. Dude, I got a vintage mystery box from her and I really think she should be selling these and putting them together, curating them for people. It was so fabulous and it was so much fun and there was so much cool stuff in there, like from the 70s. And since we were talking about it, and she inspired me to want to do something cool and some treasure hunting, please go check out her. I thought about it, Nate. Please go check out her little store if she'll comment it. Yes, and a podcast once a month about snacks and new things with your friend Tess. Start the damn channel and we'll do it. Okay. You don't got to twist my arm to want to talk to you about snacks and new makeup and stuff. But I've got so much going on, I'll never do it. So just do it. Well, Kimberly, are you not here? Are you not going to put it? Because that is going to, I will share it. I will get the information. But dude, like I bought a metal detector like a year or two ago because I wanted to find treasures at the beach. And I went to this freaking store at the beach this time, and it was like all these different antiques and beach treasures and stuff, like some of the coolest shit I've ever seen. Stuff made out of shells that most people wouldn't even pick up. Some really cool stuff. And I seen this one thing. I should post a picture on my channel. Like I'll put it on the community tab. It was a freaking porcelain doll with the head removed, with a real alligator taxidermied head on it, and then the wig over the alligator's head, like the hair from the doll. It was the craziest, creepiest shit. Oh, there you are, Kimberly. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Tess, did Kimberly share it and I missed it? Thank you. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much, Carrie. Thank you so much, Nicole. That is fucking awesome. Kimberly's Instagram link. She said, I have a ton of newly sourced product. I will be doing a detailed video and uploading it this week. That's awesome. Thank you, Tess. I'm glad you got it. Now I have to download Insta to see it. You could probably go to the webpage. It is hilarious and terrifying, but it was so freaking cool. I was like, you know what? If it wasn't Christmas time and I had 2 birthdays around this time, and I probably would have bought that damn thing because it was so cool. Like, and just set it right next to my TV in the living room or something. I am immediately going to share a post of this when we hang up. So I'm going to let you guys go. Go look at the community tab in 5 minutes and you'll see this damn alligator doll. And maybe I should start making them. No, I'm just kidding. Where am I going to find taxidermied alligators? We do have one though. Bentley has one. I could make one for here. I'm just saying. But and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being here. And thank you for staying to chat with me after, like, I don't do big hellos anymore. At the beginning of my lives, I used to say hello to everyone, just hang out and give it like 10 minutes before I started talking about the case. Well, then I thought, like, not only for replay viewers, but people new to the channel, they just don't, like, I think it'd be better to do at the end. So at the end of my lives, I try to just chat with you guys for a minute or two. I love hanging out with you. I have like so much to talk about. So that's why I've kind of changed. And not to, I did get some comments, like some feedback about that as well. Sometimes people get mad when you say thank you to people who join and stuff. It's like, okay, that's a little too far. I'm going to say thank you. Get the hell over it. But I could wait and talk about random shit at the end and just get right into the case. God, there was so much information tonight, though. Oh, my God. I just have to go digest it all. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you to the amazing mods and just all of you guys. You rock. You are the best chat on the tubes. I'm telling you, I truly believe that. This chat is full of such compassionate, kind, hilarious people, but also really freaking smart people. Like, a lot smarter. Like, you guys know a lot more than I do of different topics, right? You teach me so much. So I just appreciate you all and thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Have a good night. Bye.